Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. Something a little bit different today. I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'll show you what's going on. A buddy of mine came down here from his cabin or whatever. Like when he's here at the cabin, he's always using the shop. And he's a young kid, they don't know. And I was kind of pissed at first, but I was like, whatever, it's already broken, already done. But one of my favorite vices in the shop, they ended up breaking the jaw off. So I'm gonna weld it, but I'm not gonna heat it or nothing. I know it's like cast steel or whatever it is. This is just a quick fix. I'm gonna end up just throwing this thing in the scrap metal pile. But the other thing is I would like to build an air tool holder today because I keep breaking my other toolbox. I have all my air tools in the drawer, and then some of them don't fit in there. So they're all over the shop, and it just gets to the point where it's just, aggravating. So I'm gonna flip the camera on, I'll show you where I'm at. So here in the shop, you always see in the background, you see the toolboxes, but the drawers here, I keep my air tools, and right now half of them are out because every time I go to close a drawer, they jam up in there and everything else. And what I want to do is I'd like to build an air tool holder, and I'm trying to find a good spot to put them in the shop. And I need this one for the vise that I'm doing right now. And then I also have all these. And then I have that and a bunch of other stuff. Some of this stuff goes in the body shop, but I'm trying to think of an idea, to do the air tool holder, but I don't know. But anyways, this is the vise that got broken. It usually mounts right here on the side of the workbench. And this is like I said, this is one of my very favorite vices in the shop because it's one of those that you can just tighten down by hand and nothing moves. That other Colombian that I restored over there, you guys seen the video on that a while back. That thing's a pile of crap. Hate that thing because you put stuff in the jaws and then it just moves around while you're chasing it while you're trying to grind or do anything. But anyways, I don't know if I want to do like a tool rack here for the air tools. The other spot I was really thinking about doing is maybe doing one right here on this edge of this welding table. So I don't know, I got to think about that. I have some scrap metal that I might run out, run over and run back and make it where I can hang them. I see a lot of the times people have the air tools hanging this way, but I don't like all the grinding dust and stuff to get in the air fittings. So I think I'm gonna mount them this way. And I'm not gonna use quick disconnection or nothing like that. I found some big, they're like 1/2-inch nuts or whatever that fit right over these air tool fittings. So I might do something like that. I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna quickly weld this vise up. And like I said, I know somebody's gonna bitch and piss and moan that it's cast steel or whatever and it's gonna break again. I know it's gonna break, but I'm waiting to get one from a swap meet or out of my junk pile or something like that and do a quick restoration on it and put it back on the bench. And in the meantime, I need my freaking vise, my good one. Because like I said, this Colombian is pretty cool, but it's just, nothing stays in it. When you're trying to grind and stuff, everything just kind of walks around. So I'm gonna quickly weld this up. So you can see the crack right there. Oh yeah, knot doesn't even want to come off. But for the young guys that use the vise, Bo, if you're listening, and his buddy, they were cranking on it on the handle or hitting on it with a sledgehammer and they ended up snapping this off. I wanted to kill him. So I'm gonna fix it temporarily. So I'm just gonna weld it up, and instead of rambling about it, I'm just gonna, hook up a tripod or whatever, turn the camera on and keep working. Wear safety glasses, don't be a dumbass. So all I'm doing is I'm grinding so that I have a nice big weld right in there. And then I'm gonna put like a channel or a chamfer, I'm not sure what you would wanna call it. Sorry about the crappy camera work, but you can see the crack right here. So I'll do a nice big wide grind spot on there, and then I'll do that channel for the weld to get into, and then I'll clean this really good. And I probably will heat this just so it does get a really good weld. I'm gonna burn it in with the Yes welder because this one burns really hot. This is an amazing welder, by the way. So I'll burn this in really hot with the Yes welder so it gets a nice hot weld in there. And then I'm not gonna grind it off. I'm gonna actually leave that weld right there. And you know, that way I'm not grinding it down where it's taking that weld back off. So we'll get it welded, and then this front side, I don't know what we're gonna do in there because there's a screw hole and stuff to hold that piece on for the jaw, which is, you know, like this. So the next step I'm doing is I'm heating this cast up. This is cast steel, not cast iron. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment down below. But see all the oil that's coming out of there? So what I'm doing is I'm gonna outgas this, and you run some heat on there, and it'll actually push any impurities out of the metal, any oil, or anything that's in there that could screw up your weld. And I'm just using a MAP gas Bernzomatic torch. I'm not trying to get it red hot, I'm just trying to get it nice and warm. So when I weld this, it'll that weld will burn in there really good. And like I said, I don't care if I damage this or screw it up or it even doesn't work, because this thing eventually is just gonna get thrown in the scrap metal pile, or I'll make, you know, a mantique out of it or something. And now that you can see that oil coming out of there from all the years of using this thing, I'll go ahead and let it sit for a minute after I heat it up, and I'll get this thing ready to weld. And right before I weld it, I'm gonna heat it up again. I want to thank Yes Welder for sponsoring this video too. You know, they sent us the welder and the welding hoods and the plasma cutters and all that good stuff. This stuff is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up, and I ground a little bit of metal off, or not metal, rust, I guess you'd say, so I have a good ground. And then I'm gonna go ahead and heat this again, and then weld it up. Forgot to turn the camera on, dude. I've been doing that a lot, like, I don't know what the hell. big old ugly gnarly weld, and you can see spots like this right here. This is hot, so I gotta be careful, but I need something to point with. Right there, that's what I'm talking about with the, that's from like oil and crap that was in there, the impurities. And then it did the same thing right here. Those holes that pop out like that, that's a spot for it to start to crack. And I'll try to hit that in a minute, maybe, I don't know. But when you don't clean it good enough, that's what happens. And when I was welding this, you could smell all the oil and stuff from all the years of using this vise. You know, I imagine the oil's just seeped into the freaking metal. So who knows if this is gonna work or not. So the kid that broke this, he's one of my very best friends. So I'll forgive him this time. Took care of it, Bo. But it's still hot, I'm not gonna touch it. But you can kind of see some of the impurities that came out of the weld, all those little dots. But it's working pretty damn good. Clamped some stuff in it and tried it and hasn't broken yet. So this vise kind of reminds me of me. It hasn't broken yet, but it's ready to snap at any moment, and it's all full of cuts and scars and welds and looks like hell. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this video short. I'll try to get on that air tool rack on the next video. Thanks for watching. Later.